Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, we've got another prototype to take a look at, which is very, very cool. This is the Bridgeport Knife Company 395. Now, this does come to me via, well, a whole bunch of guys, really. You've probably seen a few videos out here. But really, this kind of started out with Lefty. Apparently, he got his hands on this and was generous enough to send it around for a few of us to check out. So, very cool. Thank you very much for that, Lefty. That's very, very cool of you. So, like I said, this is the 395 prototype from Bridgeport Knife Company. Now, as we see with a lot of different prototypes, things change. That's why you prototype a knife, right? You prototype it, you see what works, you see what doesn't, and then you make your changes. I will tell you right now that the pre-order for this knife is live. And I'll leave a link to that down in the description so you can check it out if you want. But we're going to look at what we have here, and then I have what is a fairly extensive list of changes that are going to be made to the knife. Now, nothing that's really going to change the overall design of the knife. Little changes, yes, but as far as specs and that type of thing, there's not going to be a whole lot to change. But what you're going to have is you're going to have a titanium handle. Now, this one is open construction, but from what I understand, there may be, no, there's not going to be. That's what the one changes. Okay, so it's going to be fairly open construction. You do have a right or left hand carry, so that is very nice. Liner lock, as you can see there. Now you got a pretty decent titanium pocket clip there. There's going to be a couple of changes to the pocket clip, which I will cover. There is going to be a titanium filler tab that's going to match the handle to go there, which is a very good thing because that's a pretty open and just not really aesthetically pleasing, for me anyway, portion right there. But there will be a filler tab in there. So very cool. Now it looks like your only deployment method is going to be this hole here. So it's obviously going to be reverse flick, thumb flick, or, slow roll it with the thumb if you want. That's going to be your deployment options. Like I said, liner lock. Good access to the liner lock, absolutely. Very cool. I'm digging that. There's definitely enough access to the liner there. Now, I really like this blade shape. Now, if you've noticed, this blade shape's been pretty popular recently. It's kind of that, well, KC calls his a drop foot. Is that what he calls his? But it's similar. It's not exactly the same, but this sort of big-bellied drop into a sheep's foot-ish style blade, that seems to be fairly, and I like it. I like that blade style. So nice belly on it. This is flat ground, will be hollow in the production model. So very cool. You do have some jimping up here on the spine of the blade. That is going to be extended out. That is definitely one of the changes to be made, which is, for me, would definitely be because my thumb really doesn't even hit that jimping at all as it is right now. It's done well. That jimping is very done well. I guess I should say that this is going to be OEM'd by Kubi as well. So very cool. Kubi's making some very good knives. We have a couple of other people that are having knives made by Kubi. So very cool. But yeah, definitely it's done well. It just needs to be out further. Absolutely 100%. But, well, let's just get some specs here and we'll kind of see what we're looking at in that aspect. So what do we have overall? We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pretty much about 7 inches. And that's what he's saying in this note is it's going to be pretty much a 4-inch handle, 3-inch blade. You're looking at, I'm getting, as it sits right now, if I was going to go point to point, I'm getting about almost 3.5 as far as a grip length. Can you choke up? Yeah, you can move it up just a bit and kind of get a little bit more out of it. So that's going to change it to probably closer to 4 if you were going to scoot up there. Yeah, that's pretty much giving you about 4 inches. As it is, the natural grip, really like that. Feels really good in hand. Everything's chamfered off very well. No issues there at all. So let's get some size comparisons out of the way. There's the PM2. Obviously, the PM2 is a much larger knife than this 7-inch 395. I do like the size of it, though. Absolutely. Here's the bug out. Bug out's even got it by just a little bit. A little bit on the blade, quarter-ish inch. And handle, yeah, maybe not quite. About a quarter of an inch, too. Blade might have it by about 3/8. And then, of course, I'm pretty much given... I've been using this guy for... This is, of course, the Traditional Pocket Knives exclusive Penguin with the jig titanium, which I am loving. This very well may be my favorite Penguin right now. And you're definitely going to see a video on that real soon. But overall, not too bad. Let's get a weight on it. Shouldn't be a whole lot done to it that's going to affect the weight. Maybe that filler tab is going to affect the weight. So 4.1. It does have a little bit of weight to it. Nothing too bad. Like I said, it's right around my perfect size. Now, one thing he said about this pocket clip, you know, it's not deep carry, which is fine. And he said that it's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be... He says the pocket clip is going to have better retention. I don't think the pocket clip's bad as it is. I really don't think there's anything wrong with the retention. He's going to make it a little bit stiffer, I guess. So, okay. If that's... I don't see anything wrong with the clip, but obviously, you know, to his liking or to whoever has been giving him input, maybe he wants a little bit stiffer clip. So, okay. Sure. Like I said, I really don't see anything wrong with it. The overall, it feels really good in hand. The jimping, obviously, I mentioned that. He's going to move it out further past the hole. Perfect. I think that will be fantastic. Because, man, I don't have large hands by any means, but you can see where my thumb wants to land. If my thumb is back here where the jimping is, it's, you know, it's back too far. Right here, if I'm going to use this grip, that's about where... Yep. Yeah, he puts that jimping out, you know, to maybe here-ish. Yeah, I mean, for my size hand, going to be pretty much perfect. But I'm going to sit this down here. I'm going to have you take a look at it. And I'm just going to tell you some of the changes that are going to be made to what we're looking at. Now, this one is D2. The production model will be 14C. Great. Love 14C. As I said, this one's flat ground, but the production model will be hollow. Stainless steel liners, milled pocket clip. The blade's going to be stonewashed. It does have a stonewash finish on it right now. Nice light stonewash. I like that. Looks good as it is. Sounds like that's going to stay. The hardware is going to be blasted. And the handles will be stonewashed titanium. Changes that are being pushed to be made as of production for production as of 5/1. So this is a couple months ago. So, jimping extends past the deployment hole. Yep. I agree with that. The clip that comes on the blasted hardware version will be blasted as well. Okay, that makes sense. Blade play will be addressed. There is a tiny bit of blade play. Tiny bit. Obviously, I didn't really point that out because I knew it was going to be addressed. So, I mean, there is but this is a prototype. So, once the production models come out, obviously, if there's still blade play, well, then okay. But there's going to be a series of letters and numbers that we've added to the inside of the liner that will describe the model and blade steel, as well as the particular run of the knife. So that's interesting. I don't think we've seen that. I mean, sure, you see 1 of or 10 of whatever on a knife, but that's kind of cool. Seems a little different, but all right. Nothing wrong with that. Clip will have increased retention. I don't mind the clip as it is. There will be a titanium filler tab. I did talk about that. Absolutely. The pivot will be T10, and it will have a non-tooled show side. So this one, as you can see, has tooling on both sides. Don't like that, obviously. It's much easier to use one tool than two. Not that it's a huge deal, but I like that change. Additional weight will be removed from the liner. So it's 4.1 now. So hopefully he'll get it above sub 4, which will just be that much better. And he did say he's going to pull the plunge back just a little bit. The plunge ride's going to be pulled back just a bit. So, all right. Okay. Sure. For those expert sharpeners out there, I guess that will be better. There'll be 2 options available for pre-order: blasted with the blasted hardware and clip, and black coated hardware and clip versions. Both will be 14C stonewash blades, stonewash scales. Pre-order price is $118, and after pre-order is $128. Aiming for mid-June pre-order. As I said, the pre-order is live right now at this time that I am recording this. So you're going to see it a few days later, of course. So if anything changes, sorry, it's open right now. That's pretty much what I can tell you. But overall, I really do like the design of the 395. Very cool. 128 for titanium, 14C. What you're going to get, that's not bad. Well, pre-order is 118. That's not bad. I just kind of talked about the Penguin real quick. This one is going to be titanium and M390 for 125. So, yeah, I mean, it's right in there. It's fairly comparable. So, but overall, it's a really, really comfortable knife. I have nothing other than the things that I pointed out that are obviously going to be changed in the pre-order. I think he's got himself a really nice design. I'm digging the design. It feels good in hand. And if he lightens it up even a little bit more, terrific. That would be great. Other than that, I think you got yourself a really, really pretty awesome knife here. So very cool. Huge shout out to Bridgeport Knife Company for sending this out. Thank you, Lefty. Really appreciate the opportunity to check it out. And thank you guys for taking a look at it with me. I know there's a lot of changes. That's just the way prototypes are sometimes. But it's cool to get to see a prototype before it's actually put into production. So very cool. Thank you guys so much. Just remember, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.